If you don't prosecute, it's a message to everybody in the future. Come on and cheat. Come on and be illegal. And we can't have that. It looks like on all fronts, Trump is losing. And I do think that he will pay the price. They've already got his mugshot out, prisoner 011 and all of that with the serious, and he's raising money on it. He's putting that out, and he raised $7 or $8 million. That isn't the story. The story is him losing the court cases. That's really defining. That's like an election precursor and pick your state, and then you see that's how the whole country's going to go. These two cases now are precursors to how the whole Trump court legal strategy is going to go, which with the 64 cases that there have been so far, he's lost 63 of them. The only one that he won was you can have your poll watcher 5 feet closer. That's the only one he won. And every other case on the merits and on the lies, he lost. And on the defaming now with Giuliani, every one of those cases he has lost, and 1,000 people in jail, which by the way is stopping the violence from happening in all the places that Trump has called for these people to show up and protest. They haven't shown up and protested. I remember running. I happened to be in New York during the Alvin Bragg declarations on the hush money, but hush money as a means of stopping the two women and the doorman, but very people forget it's three people, from talking about the case. Yeah. Talking about the case. So right before the election, that was an election rigging prosecution also. That's what makes it the felony. But nobody showed up. I looked and I ran down. I had my running clothes on, and I had my media tag on, so I was able to get right up close. And so it was 1,000 media and 5 Trump protesters, 5 total. Nothing. So I said to the media as I went by, I said, the news here is that there are no Trump protesters. And that's what happened in all of the places where Trump asked for Trumpies to show up. I think if you don't prosecute, it's a message to everybody in the future. Come on and cheat. And we can't have that. Come on and be illegal. Ignore each state's election laws, picking the electors, because each state runs the election. That's what Trump has now learned the hard way. In the 2 cases, one in the D.C. date where he wanted 2 years after the election. And actually, the judge ruled that it's going to be March, the year of the election, and also the moving the venue to a federal court of the Georgia case. The judge is stalling on that, and now everybody realizes that if the judge doesn't rule on that, it stays right in Georgia where there is TV. That is the real reason that Trump wants that case moved. He doesn't care about the jury. That juries, they actually are honest whichever party they are. They vote. All the cases so far that have had juries, they've had Trump people on them, and they've been unanimous against him and against his reasoning. So we're not worried about where the jury pool is coming from so much as that Trump wants to take away the transparency and the visibility by moving it from state courts to federal court. And that is the danger of transferring that case, because then the American people won't see the accountability. They won't see the witnesses. They won't see the evidence.